Hi, this is Illuminated Readings, and this is going to be a tarot reading for the sign of Cancer between the week of the 1st and the 7th of September. Let's begin. I'm getting a channeled message here. You might be waiting for your train to come in. Train is as in you're waiting for something to come in for you. You're waiting for something to come in and you're expecting it to come in. So, coming into the week, I see you planning for the future. You're doing some sort of future planning where you're making decisions in your mind about what you want to do in the future. I'm not sure what this is in regards to, but I see it's got something to do with some sort of conflict that you've had, some sort of chaos. This caused some sort of chaos in your life that you're not very happy about. But I see from this conflict or that has happened, this sort of chaos, you've been victorious, and you're sort of like moving on from whatever the situation is. Maybe planning to go somewhere else, move country, move city, change jobs. This could be a relationship as well, to move on from a relationship. Whatever it is, you've been victorious and you're moving on from it with a lot of enthusiasm. Coming into the week, I see you in a sort of state of being at peace with yourself, balanced, very well balanced. Your intuition is heightened at the beginning of this week. I feel like you're doing some sort of healing inner work where you're sort of purging whatever this situation brought in for you, what it illuminated. I feel like this illuminated something in you, and obviously not the argument itself, but what the argument might have been about, or something along the lines of, during the argument or disagreement or whatever it was, the chaos, you had some sort of enlightenment. You understood something very deeply, that you need something that you needed to do, and I see you here at the beginning of the week purging your energy of anything that is not good for you. I see you very strong in your power, very strong in your power, and you're balanced in the spiritual and the physical realm, and you're doing it with a pure heart. You're not doing it from a self of ego or condescending behavior or something like that. You're doing it from purity. You want to be as true to yourself as possible. I see you midweek, after doing this sort of cleansing that you're doing. You are going to be bringing sort of justice to your life in general, and situations in your life, whether they serve you or they don't serve you. I see you almost in a position of judging things with fairness and truth, and looking at them and asking yourself, is this what I want? Is this good for me? Is this bad for me? Are these people, people that care for me, if these people don't care for me? I think you're looking at everything in general. I feel a very almost calm. You're very calm in this energy. It's not like you're like, it's not very heated, it's not passionate, it's very calm and cool. You're like very grounded as well. From you're not making this decision, from again ego. You're making this from a place of purity. You're trying to be the best version of yourself, and I see by the end of the week you're being swept along by your own growth. You're going to be seeing a lot of changes within yourself by the end of the week, in regards to well, not just in regards to yourself, but you're going to see something manifest physically. You're going to see some layers of growth happening in your physical reality. You're going to see, yeah, and it's going to happen very quickly. I feel like it's a big level up you're doing here, because you're kind of going from this temperance energy. Here you're almost like this angel, you know. You're very strong in your intuition, you're very strong in your power. So it's a very big sort of cleansing you're doing, and then you've got another one. So these are both major arcanas. So it's a very powerful energy that cannot be avoided, that you're going for at this moment. But the result is very good. The result is, a lot of movement in the direction that you want to go into. The direction you want to go into is the path that's illuminated for you. I see your path is very strong here. You're looking for your path in life, your soul path, your inner calling. You're willing to go through treacherous terrain to get to where it is that you need to go. I'm getting very strongly here that you're very much in tune with nature. You really want to be your authentic self. I see you're very connected to the moon. You love the moon. You love watching the moon at night. You love watching the moon through its cycles while it's waning and waxing. But this movement, you will be moving very quickly towards the path that you desire to walk on in this life. The one that is your true soul's purpose. I think if you want to, you don't have to. But if you want to go and buy some sort of gem that's connected to the moon, I think moonstone would be great here for you, Cancer. If you want to buy some jewelry, it'd be a fantastic idea. Or you could buy the crystal itself, and or another crystal that's connected to the moon. But I feel like it will benefit you a lot, because it will help you tap into your intuition, and it will help you connect your wild and tame side together. I feel like you have two different personalities, where like you're like tame and wild depending on who you're with. But you need to be cohesive, you need to be one, unified, and that's the only way that you can that's the only way that you can walk on this path, is if you are unified within yourself, not fragmented. When you're fragmented in your energy, your path becomes obscure. You have all kinds of hurdles and challenges that are presented to you, because there is a lack of wholeness. This is why you're in this energy now. It's like it's divinely orchestrated. This what you're going for at the beginning of this week is divinely orchestrated, so that you can recognize and realize what it is in your life that's holding you back from reaching your highest potential, reaching your dream life, reaching your dreams, basically. And for you to reach your dreams here, look, you're the lobster here. I know you're not a lobster, but this is you here. I'm imagining this is you, but you can't get out of the water until these two combine. These two. So one of them's a dog, and one of them's a wolf, and one is tame and one is untamed. But for some reason that they are connected to the moon, they both at the same time are mesmerized by the moon. And I feel like this is two parts of you. And I feel like the moon is the middle ground where you can almost harmonize yourself with the power of the moon within yourself. Because obviously the tame and the untamed, they're very different. They like different things, they do different things, they behave differently. But the one thing that's unifying them, and the one thing that I believe that's unifying you here, is the moon. It's literally the moon. You got the moon over here. I mean, you got the sun here, but it looks like the moon to me. So I feel like if you can get some, a moonstone, or if you're not able to buy a gem that's connected to the moon, I would say just in the evening, just try to be outside while it's dark, and just watch the moon for a little bit. It'll help. It'll help give you energy to go through this and to purify yourself. Because it's the start of the journey. And it's interesting as well because I see you as this angel, and you've got one foot down here, and it's like you're almost at the edge of the shore there, and it's the same thing here. The lobster's at the edge of the water here, so it's like you're at this beginning part of this story of your true path. Maybe you felt like you've been walking through the path, but you haven't. You've had to clear out a lot of emotion to get to this point. You've had to clear out a lot of cycles to get to this point. Cycles could be karma as well, but you've had to clear a lot to get to this point. Now the path is in front of you, and I see this movement that you're moving this week towards this path, and it's happening very quick. It's happening very quick. These ones are sprouting life very quickly as they're moving along, and I see you here, investing, planning, and seeing a lot of growth. As you're planning and investing, you're going to see a lot of tangible growth in the physical reality. But you need to persevere and realize that you can make it. You will make it. I keep dropping things. I think maybe I'm not the type of person to drop things a lot. I think maybe you might be dropping things a lot this week, or just in general. Just be careful, like if you drop your phone or something. Or fumbly, you might fumble something. Fumble? You might fumble something. You might fumble your emotions towards yourself. You might fumble your emotions towards yourself. Fumble your emotions towards... I don't know what that means exactly. You might fumble your love towards yourself. Okay, maybe you give your love out to people too much, and you don't love yourself as much as you should. You're fumbling it. You're just letting it go through and just sort of like, oh yeah, no worries. Love yourself more, Cancer. Treat yourself. Show yourself some love, like, buy yourself something, or, do something that you really enjoy to do. So your challenge for this week is to have some inner strength and be resilient. I feel like, as you're purifying yourself, you will need to be You will need to have inner strength. The more inner strength you have, the more you're able to purify and then cut out whatever it is that is not serving you at this time. But you need strength to do so. I see you are being watched over by spirits that love you, divine beings that love you, um, and you will get to where it is that you want to go. I see you're almost you're vulnerable. You feel vulnerable in this situation, but know that you are being watched over. Even though you physically cannot see who's watching over you, but you are being watched over by very powerful spirits that wish for your best interest. Um, I feel like you know about one of them, but there's two. Uh, there's another one that's really looking after you, and that's the one you cannot see. But there's one that you're already aware of that looks after you in the spiritual realm. But know that you are blessed and protected, and things will work out for you. Um, and you don't need to fan the flame. Oh no, you do need to fan the flame. You need to fan the flame of truth. To fan the flame of truth in your life so that you can level up. And you will level up if you harmonize yourself, you will level up. I'm seeing another challenge for you here is to your independence is a challenge. You like to be somebody that is around a lot of people, and people like to be around you. Um, because you tend to enjoy the pleasures of life with when you're with people. But I feel like this week is a challenge for you. As you go through this justice, you need to be the judge, jury, and executioner in this situation, and you alone. You hold the power. You hold the power. Nobody holds this power. This is you. Nobody holds your power. You hold your power. And for you to undergo this transformation, it is best for you to be independent at this point in time. I feel like you feel like you're not going to be abundant, but you will be. You will be abundant, and you will be living a very luxurious life. Again, another challenge here is the people around you. It's telling me that basically the people might be a bit deceptional. Maybe it's like siphoning off your energy, being a bit, not honest with you, being cunning with the way they behave with you. Probably they get away with a lot when they're, doing whatever they're doing around you. That's it. Unstable effort. Your effort is unstable with them. You never know which way it's gonna go. You don't know whether they appreciate it or don't appreciate it. But they don't really tell you. They just sort of be agreeable with you. But just know that there's a deception with these people. They're not your true soul tribe, is what I'm getting here. You're meant to level up in all aspects in your life, and you're going to see growth really quickly. But I feel like it could be these people here that will bring in the chaos that is still around you. Yeah, there's a few of them that were part of that group. So it's not these people directly, but it's a few people there that know people. Those people, they're in the same friend circle groups with some other people that you still talk to, and they hang about today with. So just be mindful that these people are not the best for you. They're blocking your abundance, and they're blocking your connection to the moon as well. The moon is where you get your power. I feel like you feel strong when you're around people, but you've known this for a very long time. Maybe you've forgotten it, but you've known this for a very long time when you were a kid, that you love the moon and you're very connected to the moon, and the moon gives you power. But as you get older, obviously, society and whatnot, you've been led to believe that you get your power from having people around you, and it's not the truth. The more you can stay away from people in this week, and more. If you can stay in, like, go outside when the moon's out, that you're gonna realize, I think, that the truth of you know this situation. I mean, this is also your confirmation as well that this reading is for you. If you're somebody that really loves the moon and you enjoy watching the moon and watching it in its cycles and watching it in the water as it reflects off the water. So I'm getting here, you will be very successful. You will be very successful. You're gonna have victory in your life. You're gonna have a very strong victory in regards to who you want to be. I see your heart chakra here being elevating. Your heart chakra here is going to be elevated. Its strength is going to increase. Your energy is going to upgrade, basically, by you being in this after all of this happens. When you purify yourself, and you sort of cut out whatever it is that you feel like it's not just in your life, it's not bringing you any justice, it's not good for you. You will be victorious. You will see a lot of success. I feel like this is just in life in general. I see like the beacons are being lit up, like the pyres are being lit up. It's like you're alive. You've become alive in a way that you've never known before. You're going to be in harmony, in unity within yourself. Your energy is going to really, really, really increase, like a lot. You like, I can't even, I'm seeing like a dolphin. Your energy is going to be like a dolphin. You tell me, like, your energy is going to be like a dolphin, but it's going to be so, like, there's going to be a lot of waves. Like, your energy as you walk, your aura is going to be very blue and green. And you're doing it from a place of purity. You might even have a Kundalini activation after this situation, but your heart's going to be connected to your spirit, and you're going to make decisions based off of your spirit and your heart combined. You're going to be in the physical and the spiritual very strongly connected. So it's very beautiful for you. Your outcome here is very beautiful. In the future, you see what your outcome is for the week in general, whether or not you're going to go through this situation or not go through this situation, in regards to whether you're going to purify yourself or not. Yeah, you are. That's a good outcome. So you're accepting the death of what you knew as correct. The Death Rider here represents purity. He comes as a friend to ask you, are you willing to accept death? He doesn't come as your enemy. He has this white rose here on the flag, and that represents purity. And he has his visor up, so he comes as a friend. Having your visor down in the olden days represented somebody that you couldn't trust. But I see him almost here being like very pious, and his horse is trotting towards you, and you're over here, you've got your hand out, and you're all, you can't see it, but he's wearing a gold robe. So he's like the golden child, you're like the golden one. And death is coming to you and asking you, do you accept death? And you understand what death is asking from you. He's asking for you if you're willing to release what it is that is not good for you, what is not the truth. When you accept death, you know that what your true self is able to come out, because what you thought was true ends up dying. When death comes to you, what doesn't die is your true self. This is spiritually speaking, of course. but I see you transforming. You are gonna be in this energy, which is very good, and you're gonna allow. It's a very powerful. You've got major arcana again, and you're gonna be very. You're gonna accept this transformation, that this transition needs to happen. These things that you need to let go of, you will be letting go of, and you will be blessed. You're gonna be divinely blessed. You're gonna be divinely blessed. Moving forward. Again, you're very spiritual. You're going to be very can't say the word. Spiritually connected, both in the physical and the astral. 17 is very significant. 17 years old. Something happened 17 years old, or something will be happening 17 years old. But when you were 17, you went through something in life that you hoped and you wished for is coming. This is what's coming. This is what this is. This speed, this movement that you're going towards. You're going towards it now. You just had to close out cycles that your soul needed to close out. The stars are all around you. The stars are all around you, meaning you're being watched over, you're being protected from harm and danger with any move you make now. But every move you make now, you're making from a place of being vulnerable. You understand your vulnerability is beauty, is your true self. You understand your vulnerability is it's a good thing, not a bad thing. I mean, maybe you're led to. I can't find the right word, but it's a good thing. I think when you were younger, you were led to believe that your vulnerability was a bad thing, but you understand now, going through things, that being vulnerable is good, because it brings in. When you're not vulnerable, when you're not being yourself, you bring in situations like this, and you understand now that when you're vulnerable, you're being looked after in the astral realm. In the spiritual realm by spirits. I see you already have two, but I see you having 6 more, sorry, 4 more, sorry, five more, bloody hell, I can't count. 5 more spirits that will be looking after you, very powerful ones. These could be gods, goddesses, the whole lot, but they're going to be looking after you, and you're going to be very well looked after. I see a very, very, very powerful spirit here that's also going to be looking out for you. So you have 6 plus 6 more that are going to be. So you don't have to worry about things that are going on around you. You just have to be true to yourself. I see you almost like you're like a healer. Not in a conventional sense, but like you're a healer in you're able to bring things back to life, and you're able to heal things that are already full of life. You're able to do things that many people aren't able to do. You have like this sort of power, and you believe in yourself very strongly. But you will be going through this energy of purifying yourself and cutting out what it is that's not good for you, and this is going to lead to almost a divine blessing of this situation that's going to come in for you. It's going to harmonize you by being going through this. It's going to harmonize you internally, so that your future will be within grasp, and it won't just be something that you're hoping and praying for. You're going to see it in the physical reality. You're going to see this you're going to have evidence. You've been disappointed before, and you sort of feel abandoned. But know that you are making a breakthrough. You are making a breakthrough at this moment. You are making a breakthrough at this moment of time. Things are looking up for you. Things are going to happen. You're going to see very tangible stuff this week. Yeah, just be careful about dropping stuff. I don't usually drop stuff. I'm dropping a lot of stuff today, so you might be dropping. What are you dropping? You might be dropping people. You might be dropping people from your life, which is needed. But you just be careful if you drop your phone or something like that. You know, just make sure if you hold something, hold it on properly. Yeah, you're dropping relationships. That's what you're dropping. That's why I keep dropping stuff. I feel you're dropping things like people left, right, and center. People that are not good for you. I see like they had a, they had a, they had an influence on the past version of you. Well, I mean the current version of you. You're going to be someone else by the end of this week. But they, it was an influence that they had on you. That's why you were the way you was, and you believed what you did believe, and you were very innocent through all of it. But know that things are looking up for you during this week. What is a sign? A sign for you this week as a confirmation that this is you is you're gonna see a red hat. A red hat. It's gonna look a bit strange to you, but a red hat is a confirmation for you. Yeah. Again, yeah. Just know that things are gonna work out magically for you. You're gonna have everything you wanted. Your dream's gonna come true. The one that you had when you were 17, that one's gonna come true. You're gonna be happily married. You're gonna have everything you want. Life and death. Like everything's gonna be in unison. Um, and you're gonna be blessed by this really strong being that's this god or goddess that's looking over you. They're gonna watch you for the rest of your life and look after you. And you're gonna feel a state of bliss and peace for the rest of your days. So I'm going to leave your reading here. If you did like the reading, leave me a like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned.